The next sequence takes place along a dirt road in the Pokrovsk direction. A Ukrainian drone identifies a group of 4 Russian soldiers pulling a small supply cart across the exposed route. From above, their slow movement and tight spacing are clearly visible. The drone confirms the formation, commits without delay, and closes in, disrupting the resupply effort before it can reach its destination. The following footage unfolds near a forest edge in the Donetsk region. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects a lone Russian soldier moving slowly along the tree line. His isolation suggests either a detached task or separation from his unit. From above, the movement stands out clearly. As the soldier approaches an abandoned industrial area, another Ukrainian drone is already en route to the location. Unaware that he is under continuous observation, he continues forward at an unhurried pace. As the drone arrives overhead, operators begin a methodical scan of the surrounding structures. The soldier appears to sense something is wrong, pausing briefly and looking around before moving with greater caution. He then enters a small storage building, attempting to disappear from view. The drone adjusts its angle and closes distance, carefully inspecting the interior. Inside, rows of fuel containers and stored materials become visible, confirming the structure's significance beyond simple shelter. Rather than rushing the approach, the drone holds position long enough to confirm both the location and the contents. Once the assessment is complete, it commits to the engagement. The footage unfolds near a heavily damaged village in the Donetsk direction. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone detects and tracks 2 Russian soldiers moving cautiously along the outskirts, possibly operating independently or attempting to avoid contact while relocating. Their spacing and pace suggest heightened awareness, but the aerial view maintains continuous contact. After a short movement, both soldiers enter a ruined house and pause, using the collapsed structure as temporary shelter. The coordinates are transmitted, and a Ukrainian strike drone is redirected to the site. Approaching at controlled speed, the aircraft enters the building and conducts a careful interior sweep. Debris, broken walls, and limited light reduce ground visibility, but the aerial perspective holds. After several passes, the drone identifies both soldiers concealed in a corner beneath a fallen wooden panel resembling a damaged door. With the position confirmed and no alternative exits observed, the drone commits. The following event takes place along a forest edge in the Donetsk area. A Ukrainian drone moves in on 2 Russian soldiers sheltering beneath a tree, confirming their position before committing. Not far away, another drone accelerates toward a separate soldier. As the aircraft closes in, the soldier throws his weapon toward the drone and breaks into a run. But the attempt fails to disrupt the approach. According to released footage, Ukrainian operators deployed more than 10 drones in a single day to monitor and pressure Russian troops attempting to establish defensive positions in the area. From above, even brief movements stand out clearly against the terrain. In several moments, soldiers try to flee once drones are detected, but limited equipment and ineffective countermeasures leave few viable options. Even within dense forest cover, drone operators maintain precise control, navigating obstacles while tracking individual targets under continuous aerial observation. The sequence unfolds near a snow-covered road. A Ukrainian drone approaches a Russian soldier, sitting motionless along the roadside, wearing a thermal masking garment and relying on stillness for concealment. From above, the position is already confirmed. As the drone closes distance, the soldier suddenly reacts, startled into movement and falling backward in panic. The engagement follows, showing how thermal camouflage and immobility fail once aerial observation establishes certainty. The sequence unfolds near disabled armored vehicles in the Pokrovsk sector. A Ukrainian drone hovers low, surveying the wreckage and scanning beneath one of the vehicles. From above, it identifies the remains of a Russian soldier who had taken cover under the hull earlier. The aircraft widens its orbit, maintaining altitude and angle to check for additional movement around the site. Moments later, subtle motion is detected beneath the opposite end of the same armored vehicle. A second Russian soldier is found concealed under the chassis, relying on the wreck for protection. The drone pauses to confirm the position, then commits with a controlled approach. The engagement follows quickly. The next situation unfolds near an abandoned railway line in the Pokrovsk direction. A Ukrainian drone closes in on a lone Russian soldier moving along the tracks. As the aircraft approaches, the soldier throws his backpack toward it in a desperate attempt to disrupt the advance, but the effort misses. He turns and runs, stumbles, regains his footing, and sprints toward the nearby tree line. The drone maintains alignment, follows through the transition, and completes the engagement with precise timing. The following footage is recorded near a forest edge in an active, contested area. Two Russian soldiers are seen sheltering inside a shallow trench, attempting to hold their position as pressure builds. Ukrainian forces move in and begin a coordinated assault. From the trench, one soldier fires intermittently in an effort to delay the advance. After a short exchange, his ammunition is exhausted. He discards his weapon as Ukrainian troops close the distance, and the position is ultimately overrun, ending the encounter. The scene unfolds near Pokrovsk, where Ukrainian drones monitor two Russian soldiers moving from a tree line into a ruined residential area. They enter a damaged house to hide. Moments later, one panics and flees outside, crossing open ground between buildings, where a drone intercepts him. A second drone then commits inside the original structure. Near a forest edge, another group attempts to fire at an approaching drone, but fails. Under pressure, they withdraw into a nearby house, only to be located and engaged by a separate drone. The next sequence unfolds inside a forest in the Pokrovsk direction. A Russian soldier panics and retreats toward a dugout after spotting a Ukrainian drone closing in. As he drops inside, the drone arrives seconds later and commits to the position. Nearby, another soldier attempts to withdraw into a separate shelter, but a second Ukrainian drone reaches him before he can disappear underground. Not far away, two more soldiers move along the tree line. From above, a Ukrainian drop drone releases ammunition, striking their position. The sequence shows how forest cover and dugouts offer limited protection once aerial tracking is established. The sequence unfolds across a snow-covered field. A Ukrainian drone tracks a Russian soldier moving toward a roadside tree line, where another soldier is waiting. From above, their convergence is clear against the white terrain. As the two meet and pause to talk or coordinate next steps, the drone commits without warning. The engagement follows immediately, illustrating how brief regrouping moments become vulnerabilities under constant aerial observation. The following situation unfolds near a heavily damaged residential area in the Pokrovsk direction, recorded by a Ukrainian drone during ongoing fighting. Three Ukrainian soldiers are tasked with clearing and rechecking shelters scattered among the ruins. As they move methodically, one dugout draws attention. Movement inside confirms the presence of Russian troops taking cover. Rather than rushing the position, the Ukrainian soldiers call out, instructing those inside to lay down their weapons and exit one by one. After a brief pause, the response is clear. Russian soldiers emerge slowly from the shelter, sit on the ground, and raise their hands, signaling compliance. No shots are fired and no resistance follows. The sequence ends with three Russian soldiers taken into custody, illustrating how control, communication, and pressure can resolve close contact situations without further escalation. The sequence unfolds on a snow-covered road near a village in the Donetsk direction. A Ukrainian drone accelerates toward a Russian soldier riding an ATV along the route. As the aircraft closes in, the rider panics and abandons the vehicle, leaving it behind on the roadside. Moments later, the drone repositions and shifts focus to a nearby Russian logistics vehicle parked along the same road. The strike disables the transport and interrupts movement in the area. Shortly after, another Ukrainian drone commits against the second truck positioned nearby, prompting two Russian soldiers to flee on foot. The operation continues as a separate drone redirects toward a forest edge close to the road, where four Russian soldiers are concealed in an ambush position. From above, the hiding place is quickly confirmed, and the drone commits, ending the sequence. The footage highlights how layered drone operations disrupt mobility, logistics, and concealed positions under winter conditions. The following footage shows an airstrike conducted near Stepnohirsk in the Zaporizhia region. A Ukrainian MiG-29 Mu-1 approaches at altitude and releases two AAS M-Hammer precision-guided munitions toward a multi-story building assessed as a Russian assault assembly point. The strikes impact the structure in quick succession. The sequence illustrates Ukraine's use of fixed-wing aviation to engage concentrated targets beyond the immediate front line with standoff accuracy. The first publicly released video shows live testing of the low-cost Frankenberg Mark I air defense missile, developed by Frankenberg Technologies. The trials were conducted at a test range in Latvia, following earlier reports about the program. The system is designed for short-range interception under 2 kilometers, focusing on slow, low-flying attack drones, as well as faster jet-type targets, highlighting an effort to counter aerial threats with simpler and more affordable solutions.